Hello everyone, my name is Chizanye Price Anita, a student at Makerere University, currently pursuing a bachelor's degree in library and information science. And today with me, I'm having a very special guest that will be taking us through what you need to know about the naming culture of the Bafumbira. I will give him a chance to introduce himself. Hope you enjoy the message. Most welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Could you kindly introduce yourself to the audience?
Well, to the people watching out there, my name is Derek Tumubase. I'm a social entrepreneur and the co-founder of the Bridge Uganda and the Bridge Talk Show Uganda, which is a youth empowerment movement. I am here to respond to questions about the naming culture of the Bafumbira tribe, and I'm so much humbled to be here.
I'm also humbled. So to begin, a person out there would want to know the significance of the names that you're given, what are the meanings, and why you're given those names.
Well, that is a very interesting question. Well, amongst the Bafumbira, names are given rationally. The Bafumbira are people that are very intentional and considerate while naming their children in a way that the names often have a deep meaning according to maybe personal experiences of the parents, the experiences during birth, you know, the ambience while the time at which the child is being given birth at. For example, if there is war, if there is a celebration, or if there is something, that is what the Bafumbira based on to name their children. I'll start with myself. For example, my name is Tumwebaze, which translates in English, let's thank him, meaning the Lord. So maybe my parents felt the urge to thank the Lord for them receiving me as their child. So they decided to call me Tumwebaze. I'll give examples of other people's names amongst the Bafumbira. I'll say something like Ijiraneza. The people are called Ijiraneza, which translates he does good. So maybe these parents could have not been expecting to receive the child, and maybe they received the child. Maybe the mother was finding difficult in conceiving, and maybe they finally conceived. So they said the Lord does good things. Ijiraneza, RUKUNDO. They have name. RUKUNDO translates he loves me. I'll use other names like what other names can I use? For example, your name Chizanye. Chizanye means what he has brought. And maybe to complete it might be like Chizanye ni Chiza, like maybe what he has brought is good, something like that. So these are very intentional people why they're naming their children, and it is most of the times in fact connected to what? To the Lord.
Can someone be able to trace one's lineage just from hearing of their name?
Yeah, that is very true and profound. Amongst this particular culture, it is very easy to trace one's lineage by just hearing their name. I'll give you a scenario, basically, of two people interacting. Maybe they're referring to someone, or talking about someone, and maybe one of them doesn't know who that person is. For example, I'm talking to you about Ngabirano, and you don't know who Ngabirano is. So in order for you to understand who Ngabirano is, you could have an idea about maybe who the father could be. So you have to ask me, Ngabirano mwene Turinayo. That translates Ngabirano, the son of Turinayo. So Turinayo could be the father in this perspective. So if Turinayo is the father, I'll agree, and you'll have to confirm that this is the Turinayo I'm talking about, and you'll be able to understand him. Basically, I'll give you another example using two other names. Maybe I'm talking to you about someone called Nyirabashitsi. Nyirabashitsi is a lady in this perspective, and maybe for you to know who Nyirabashitsi is, I have to let you know who the father is. So I'll say Nyirabashitsi mwene Nsenga, meaning Nyirabashitsi the daughter to Nsenga. So if at all you know Nsenga, you'll be able to know who the Nyirabashitsi I'm talking about. So this is basically true and profound that amongst this particular culture of the Bafumbira, you can trace one's lineage by just the hearing of their name.
Are there any specific ceremonies or rituals involved in the naming of the children among the Bafumbira?
Well, to address that, uh, that is true. It is a question, in fact. Yes, there are often rituals to 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 embrace the naming ceremony of the child. Though amongst the Bafumbira, these ceremonies are not those vibrant ones or the exaggerated ones, I would say. Most of the times it is small feasts or beer parties where the elders of the family, more so from the father's side, they come together and the child is given a name. Most of the times, the grandparents of the child, basically from the father's child, do what? Give the child a name. And basically, this is the grandfather of the child that does that.
Mr. Derek,
Yes, please.
people out there would love to know how the names given among the Bafumbira reflect family situations, perhaps maybe at birth, and what it means.
Well, the Bafumbira name their children sometimes according to the experiences, family experiences, what the family is going through at the time, basically at the time of birth. I'll give you an example of a name that is common amongst the Bafumbira, that is Senzira. So Senzira is given to a child at birth, more so if the father of the child is during the course of the journey when the child is being given birth. So if the father is traveling, maybe going somewhere, or maybe coming to the place of birth from a distant place, maybe from Kampala to Kisoro, the child will be named Senzira. Another example could be Senzoga. Uh, Alcohol in the Bafumbira is called Izoga. So Senzoga is a name given to a child at birth when basically alcohol or beer is being brewed in the family. So if maybe they are giving birth, maybe if the mother is giving birth at home or maybe in the hospital, but again back in the family, beer is being brewed, the child is named Senzoga. Another name could be Nyirabachire. This is basically given to the ladies. Uh, this reflects abundance maybe in the family. You know, in the Bafumbira, if someone is having abundance or wealth, they are called Umuchire, someone that is wealthy. So Nyirabachire reflects abundance in the family, or maybe they have a lot of food. They give the child that name to reflect that maybe she was given birth at the time when this family had a lot of abundance. It could be food or anything else.
Mr. Derek,
Yes, please.
as we come to the conclusion of this interview,
Mm.
could you be having some last words, maybe to the audience or your tribe mates?
Well, to the audience out there, basically this interview, I was here to address questions about the naming cultures amongst the Bafumbira tribe, and I have shared a little bit of information that I believe is going to be so much resourceful. Uh, we've talked about the significance of the names, the meanings of the names most of the times, how to trace someone's lineage from the names they have, and a lot more that you've heard from the whole episode or the whole interview. Well, to my tribe mates, I want to address you in my language. Amazina nitwa Derek tumwebaze nkaba ndi umufumbira utuye muri Kampala, iwacu ni Kisoro iyo mvuka. Ndabishimiye cyane ku buryo ukuntu mwita amazina in a very intentional way, akaba amazina muyita muhereye ku buryo bw'Imana, and the names are God related most of the times, which is a good culture. Ndashaka yuko you carry on this culture, this particular culture, because it gives us relevance as the Bafumbira. As I conclude again, I would love to thank my interviewer, Madam Praise Chizanye, for giving me this opportunity to share this information, and may God bless you so much.
We've come to the end of this interview. And as you've all heard from our guest, Mr. Derek Mwebaze, he has shared a lot of valuable insights about the naming culture of the Bafumbira. He talked about the significance, he talked about the meaning of the names, and he also told us how someone can trace one's lineage based on the name he or she was given. He gave us examples, of course. So let me hope this message was really valuable and really of great help to you watching us. I would like to thank the audience for keeping it up to us till the end. Thank you for watching till the end of this episode. I remain Chizanya Price Anita, a student from Makerere University, probably a first year student, and pursuing a bachelor's degree in library and information science. Thank you. May God bless you.